Well, boys, today is tomorrow, and Mutahar is in the news because essentially this is a whole pirate software situation, alright? Because Mutahar, even though he wants to call out pirate software for essentially the exact same thing he's being called out for now. Really a pot calling the kettle black moment. This man Mutahar is out here being called out by many different people like Nick Andros and Harmful Opinions for lying, just straight up lying about his profession in general. Because we know with pirate software, he says he's this elite hacker, but at least he worked at Blizzard. This man, Someordinarygamers, is saying that he's an engineer. All right, he's saying that he's an engineer, which is a pretty great profession, but he's never worked as an engineer or even had a degree or even passed a single engineering test. For 10 years, he has been lying to our face, chat, for no reason, by the way. Why is he lying to us? We didn't do anything. We have been supporting this man for over 10 years, and he's just been lying about him being an engineer. I'm gonna edit up some stream clips of me reacting to the engineering shit, so whenever that's up, top right hand corner, boys. But for now, we're gonna be talking about the fallout of this, alright? Because the Nick Andros videos and the Harmful Opinion videos, they're basically just going over the clips of him claiming that he's an engineer, so I just saved you guys like literally over an hour's worth of time. And also, where he lives is also illegal to call yourself an engineer. But like someone said in my stream, it's probably like a jaywalking law. Like, yeah, it's illegal, but is someone really gonna enforce it? Like, probably not. Like, imagine going to jail because you called yourself an engineer. It's like, all right. Unless something went catastrophically wrong, most people probably just wouldn't care. But yeah, we're gonna be moving past that for now until I edit up the stream highlights and stuff. And we're going to be moving towards the actual fallout of this. Because part of the fallout is, for some reason, Someordinarygamers, Mutahar, decided to just ban engineer in general. It's just like full stop from being even mentioned in his comment sections. Which I'm just sitting here like, that just amplifies it. That literally just amplifies it and shows that you do see the outbursts and rhetoric from your community saying you lied to us for many years. And instead of you, ignoring it, you decide to censor them. Which he had another video talking about how you shouldn't be censored or allow your government to censor you. He made literally this same week, or actually last week, as he goes on to censor his community. Something that the fishbowl could never do. I mean, like, boys, the fish army's too strong. Alright, I don't know if we can be censored, but YouTube's trying their best because, hey man, I don't know why. It just seems like my videos aren't hitting the algorithm this month. It might just be one of those months where YouTube's like, get out of here. But boys, please continue subscribing to the Fishbowl and joining the Discord to know any and every time I upload, because I have the worst SEO name known to man. Also, don't forget to like and comment, scroll down, join a conversation below. Any and everyone in the Fishbowl are nice people. Even if you have an opposite opinion, have a nice conversation. Debate it out. Let's see who's the smartest fish in the sea. I mean, like, come on. Don't be scared. Everyone here is very nice. I'm saying, this is a very nice community. Plus, also, you have to leave a comment to remain in the Fishbowl because the algorithm doesn't just like you watching. They also want you interacting. But other than that, let's get back to the video. And now this not only extends from his YouTube, he's now censoring people in his Reddit. Brother is full-on Reddit moderating. I thought he had a job, full-on job, alright? He doesn't have time to be on the internet, alright? I thought this boy had himself a nice full-time job and the millions he was making off of YouTube was chump change compared to his international business. Mutahar, the business engineering man. But yes, Nicholas Diorio recently got banned. Alright, he's no longer allowed into the subreddit of Someordinarygamers because he had an opposing opinion. You could say he was censored by, Someordinarygamers and his mods. Because under this post where this person said, if Mutahar was a VTuber, as a VTuber I'm already, offended by this, but we'll continue on, this hate train would have never happened. Every single criticism of him has some racial hate undertones to it. It's honestly disgusting. This hate train against Indians has really gone too far. What people think is harmless jokes has already caused Indians around the world to be attacked just because of their appearance. And then he links some news articles and it continues on saying, all of this was fueled by the rise of the far right's hatred towards Indians, literally calling for their genocide freely on X and TikTok. As a third generation Singaporean Indian, I'm assuming this is more Pegasus alt account, I'm honestly hesitant to travel to these places due to how the world is right now. It feels unsafe and so undeserved for people that just want to be treated as individuals, not a collective group, a number, or a statistic. And then underneath that, Nicholas Diorio commented, really sticking to the core of the issue here. Good on you. And then he got this message from the moderator saying that he's permanently banned from the Someordinarygamers subreddit. Hello, you have been permanently banned from participating in the Someordinarygamers because of your comments violates this community rules. You won't be able to post comments, but you can still view and subscribe to it. Brother got a permanent ban because the person was trying their best to deflect away from the arguments. I get it. People do say racist things against, Indians on the internet. I mean, like, people say racist things about everyone on the internet. There is a lot of division on the internet right now. I'm not trying to say that there isn't, but we're not talking about this man's race. We're talking about his actions. Something that has nothing to do with his race at all. He's the one that wanted to go out lying, talking about how he's this engineer. He kept changing the title of the engineer he was. He's a computer engineer. He's a video engineer. He's an engineer. Whenever anyone presses him, he just says he codes now, and his engineering is just a side hobby. Right? This man has been lying for over 10 years, and now everyone is finally able to, get the wool off of their eyes. This man done pulled it over everyone, thinking that he's a real engineer. And now whenever people are calling him out, like, hey, why did you lie about being an engineer? That's a pretty weird thing, especially while you're a successful YouTuber. And instead of him, I don't know, actually replying to any of the statements, he'd rather just censor everyone, and then he turns his whole entire Reddit into a echo chamber. No one that's on the Someordinarygamers side of, well, he's not an engineer. Okay, who cares? We just accept the lie. We accept the lie now. Now it is against the rules to ask questions of, why did you lie? Why would you do that? What was the point? Were you trying to make yourself seem cool? Because I'm sorry, you failed. I'm sorry, but engineers, very useful. They do a lot of great work. I wouldn't say it's the sexiest job out there. I wouldn't say no woman's getting wet whenever she hears engineer. She's probably like, oh, he makes good money, but she's not like, oh my God, you're an engineer? Oh, no woman's doing that. All right, you're not cool, my guy. The kids at the playground aren't going to be running up to you being like, he's an engineer. And it's not like Mutahar hasn't made fun of people that did the exact same thing he's being accused of doing now. There have been plenty of videos of this man going out there talking all this shit about people faking their credentials to seem cool or to, have more authority in the subject, just for it to be shown later on that actually they had no authority in the subject nor any credentials in this career path at all.
Tons of grifty accounts online fell for this one fucking person lying about their, credentials as a Japanese university historian expert. Even though it took 5 seconds to Wayback Machine their account and figure out, oh, they were just some random white guy from, some part in Indiana, okay, some random dude on the internet. And even if you took their Japanese, name, put it into like the Tokyo University or whatever university they claim to be, you couldn't even find that person. See, people don't even want to do the bare minimum of research. Nobody wants to do even 5 minutes of research. But they'll believe anything an account says. Now imagine with generative AI taking the extra steps to, bulletproof this account and make it look even more legitimate. You could actually go beyond just goofing on Assassin's Creed Shadows and turn it into serious misinformation. Imagine an actual piece of misinformation suddenly showing up on national news, international news, spreading like wildfire. And it was not until the actual bomb blows that people start correcting themselves. That's a serious issue, and that's something that I think people need to watch out for going forward.
A real pot calling the kettle black moment. A random guy faking his credentials on the internet to seem like he has authority in a subject that he has no authority in. Oh, Mutahar. He's also made fun of people for not getting an engineering degree and getting like English degrees and other degrees. Alright, he's literally on video trying to make it seem like, oh no, these people have regretted their choices in life for not becoming an engineer whenever he himself hasn't even became an engineer. He just swiped the title. Maybe that's what they should have did there themselves. Oh yes, I am a English engineer. Alright, I engineer words into existence. Maybe Mutahar would have put some more respect on their name.
That's the face that says I should have picked engineering in college. Every job needs an English degree. Oh shit. I'm sorry, I can't.
Now we're going to be moving on to something that I haven't heard people talk about much, which is Mutahar's failed business. Because if you guys don't know, last year Mutahar had this business called OneUp. It was a skincare line that he launched with oompaville's wife, kallmekris, and thegamerfrommars. And this thing really just imploded because off rip, it was already seeming more and more like a YouTuber specialty, making claims that it could not substantiate, straight up lying about some things that were in it and the things that it could do, and straight up just more and more feeling like, personally, a scam. Because this whole entire skincare line was supposed to be a all-in-one skincare routine. But during Mutahar's announcement of this in his big announcement video he made last year, people started to realize that, maybe 2 out of the 6 things this skincare routine, it just cannot do. Or it is legally not allowed to do. One was blue light protection, which, if you guys don't know, Valkyrie went through a whole scandal with the skincare routine with blue light. You would think Mutahar would learn from that. I'm like, it was a huge drama back then where people just said, that's not a thing. Blue light protection just is not a thing. It is not scientifically substantiated. And then the other thing is UV protection. Now, UV protection is a thing, but if you want to sell anything in the US that claims to have UV protection, it has to go through the FDA's approval. And guess whose skincare line didn't go through FDA's approval? Now, people called out the skincare line for this last year, and they silently changed everything. And instead of it being for, blue light protection and UV protection, now was for hydration and moisturization. All right, they changed the text. Now, they could have gone to the FDA and, the FDA would have tested it out and made sure that their products had UV protection. But instead of that, they rather have just changed the text on their website, even though their products being shipped out still had UV protection and blue light protection on the label of the bottle. Now, obviously, instead of Mutahar doing what he thinks everyone else should do whenever they get into, these big dramas, even these tiny dramas where, he's inexperienced, right? He doesn't actually know how the skincare, line works. He doesn't know how the whole industry works. He's very inexperienced and we all make mistakes. Instead of him saying, sorry, you guys, I may have scammed some of you guys. If you guys want a refund, I will give you your money back. This is not what I want to attach my name to. I was inexperienced. This product should have never went out. It should have been tested more rigorously, and we should have brought in better experts to help us create this product. He decided to delete the big announcement video. He silently deleted the big announcement video after everyone started calling him out for his, product actually lying. And also, by the way, they claimed that this 6-in-1 product was supposed to be good for every skin type, even though it had fragrance. And if you guys don't know, not everyone can use like fragrance on their skin because it'll, break them out in hives, gives them rash, a whole myriad of different things, and there's ingredients in there that some people are just straight up allergic to. So again, there was another lie. He legit is putting some of his fans in danger. It may not be life-threatening, but could cause them actual issues in their lives by his product. This isn't like a, candy or something where people are already like, well, I don't like chili pepper candy. All right, I'm just not going to buy the chili pepper candy. He's trying to market this as an all-around good thing that you should buy. Everyone should have a skincare routine and take care of themselves. That is true, but everyone's skincare routine is not the same. Now, I don't understand why Mutahar isn't doing what he did last year and just ignoring the whole situation, because he ignored this whole OneUp situation. People were in his own subreddit calling him out, telling him to respond to the allegations, and he just didn't. He just ignored it. But for some reason now, with this whole engineering thing blowing up, he's moderating his subreddit and his own YouTube comments a lot more. I'm assuming because the OneUp thing really didn't blow up at all, the engineering thing is. It was more easy just for him to allow the people in his subreddit to be in there and, run around saying whatever they want, because he was just it was just a little part of the internet. But now a lot of this stuff is coming back to light. And it seemed like a lot of his, fans back in the day, or I guess last year, were really mad about the OneUp skincare whole entire debacle. But it seemed like this whole entire thing fizzled out with Mutahar just deleting the video and, just detaching his name from it, just like, all the other creators that attached their names to it because everyone called it out for being a scam. But now, from what Augie RFC is saying, Mutahar actually f***ed everyone over in this company.
Mutahar was involved in this fucking skincare business, and he fucked them all over, basically. Cause, people on the internet were, shit-talking it before, the product was ready or some shit like that. It's Mutahar just,
Gamer from Mars is solid, right?
And, see, I was told this was, top secret, though. Why are you guys saying, oh, I know that? We know all that. Yeah, he was basically, he fucked them all over due to public pressure or something, instead of just working with them or something like that on making a better product. And yeah, he's just, that's why everyone fucking hates him, because he fucking stinks like that.
How did Mutahar fuck over his literal friends? Literally, he had a podcast with oompaville. I didn't even know he was that tight with Gamer from Mars, but he had a whole podcast with oompaville, and it seemed like they were really good friends. But I haven't seen them interact that much lately. They've interacted here and there, but I haven't seen them interact that much lately. But from what Augie RC is saying, he absolutely fucked them over. So I'm going to show you guys the next clip of Augie RFC telling the story of how Mutahar essentially, as soon as he saw everyone talking about OneUp, his own company, by the way, he deleted the announcement video and basically was just yeah, that company shit, yeah, we agree, that is a bad company, as he tries to slither his way back into the dark. Don't blame me for this.
I've been told this story maybe 5 times, and I barely remember a single detail. But all I remember is that basically there's this skincare product that Mutahar was involved with other YouTubers. People online started talking the product. Mutahar uploads a video talking the product, pretending like he wasn't involved in the creation of it, fucking over everyone else who was still working on it, and now they all hate him because he's untrustworthy and he's scum, basically. That's all I know.
Now, I don't know what the video he is talking about is, in general. Knowing Mutahar, it could be a whole MGS2 retrospective, and he'll just sneak in a little jab at OneUp. I don't know what the video is that he's referencing, so if someone can get Augie RC or Nicholas DiOrio to tell me what the video is, thank you. But it seems like this man has been just deleting a lot of things. So I wouldn't put it past him that he either deleted or trimmed it out after people started calling him out in his personal life for, talking shit about a company that they still believed in. Because I would say it probably could have still been salvageable. I mean, like, YouTubers, I'm gonna be honest here, we have a lot of pull. By that, I mean, like, our audiences love us a lot. Like, we could easily bounce back from a lot of controversies. I don't think them accidentally lying about, or maybe they purposely lied about it. I'm hoping that they didn't purposely lie about it. They just didn't know that they couldn't put, blue light protection into their skincare routine, and you actually had to go through the FDA to say that your skincare routine, protects against UV. I'm hoping they didn't lie about that. They easily could have brought this thing back and, just told their audience, sorry, we had a big goof, we didn't know we couldn't do this. Obviously now we have X person to help us, some person in the skincare routine with 50 years of experience, because for some reason YouTubers can easily just get anyone to be a part of their team that has 100 years of experience in any industry now. But instead of doing that and trying to, keep the brand going and keep it alive, because I'm assuming they put a lot of money into it, this man Mutahar pulled out instantly. I mean, like, within the same second someone said, hey, he was like, huh? There's something wrong with the product. Oh, okay, running. They didn't even say anything yet. He was already running. I hate how Mutahar is so cowardly, right? He has shown over the past year, especially over the past year with the Nux Talking situation, that he is all about his own brand. He is not willing to go down with the ship on any situation. Like, he instantly will reverse his statements. He'll say whatever he has to say to get out of any controversy. Like, he has no spine. He's like Ludwig. He is only looking out for himself at the end of the day. He has shown many times that it doesn't matter how long you've known this man and how much you guys been together through thick and thin. As soon as something becomes too hard for him to bear, instead of him going down with the ship and realizing, hey man, it's better to have friends around you at the end than no one around you whenever you win, that boy said, I will make it through. And sadly, he has no one around him at the end. And this sadly is looking more and more dire because his career seems like it's falling off more and more. With him even stopping upload. He hasn't uploaded within 4 days now, which is very weird because he used to pride himself on uploading daily. But it seems like this man ruined his own career like Anthony Fantano. That boy's career seems like it's going down a little shitty. Because of the words he said in the past coming back to haunt him. Boys, click this video right here to find out what happened to Anthony Fantano and how is iDubbbz somehow in this situation. But other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you all tomorrow.